Hi boys and girls, aunties and uncle. Welcome back to my channel. My name is CK. My channel is Psychology. Today I am back in my home city of Georgetown. Here in Lebuh Klang, you will find the Fisherman mural here. One of the many beautiful murals here in Georgetown. This one is particularly very vividly drawn. Very special episode indeed today because I'm meeting someone very special. Throughout my YouTube journey, I've spoken to many other YouTubers, foreigners living in Malaysia, but I have yet to speak to homegrown Penang YouTubers, and there's just very few of us. I felt very alone all this time. Been trying my best to arrange my time to meet him. Today is the day I'm going to meet Aloysius, and I'm just waiting for him in Lebuh Klang. Finally, I get to talk to him about all things Penang. So I can't wait for this interview. They shook. You ready?
Yeah, okay.
The man himself
Hello,
from
everyone.
Aladdin the Dead. This is Aloysius from Aladdin the Dead. Finally, we meet.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
I was telling my audience that finally I meet a homegrown Penang YouTuber. So we're gonna go to a cafe and then we're gonna shoot from there.
Okay. Yeah.
Ready to walk?
Come on, let's go.
Yes. Your family is here as well today.
Yeah.
You live in Tanjung Bunga.
I live in Tanjung Bunga, that's right. My dad grew up in Penang.
Okay.
I actually grew up mostly in Kedah. Like when I was born in Penang, first 9 years of my life I lived in Sungai Petani, and then later because my dad works in the government, so he was transferred to Alostar. So I was in Alostar until my SPM. After SPM, I moved to Singapore actually. I studied in Singapore and I worked there for a little while.
Where did you study in Singapore?
Ngee Ann Polytechnic.
Oh, you went to Ngee Ann.
Yes. Then after that, I went to finish my degree in Scotland.
Oh.
I went to Scotland for my degree, and then
Edinburgh or?
Glasgow.
You went to Glasgow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice place, but a bit hard to understand the language.
I've been to both.
Yeah, I saw your
you
video.
saw my
Scotland
Scotland video.
Yes,
Yeah, I've been to both. How long did you stay in Scotland?
About 2.5 years. And then I decided to come back to Penang because my parents and all are here.
You met your wife here in Penang, is it?
Actually, she met me.
Oh, she, yeah.
Oh, I think she heard something.
It's a good response. So she met you.
We met each other when we were working. We work in a company. I was actually traveling daily to Juru. My first company in Malaysia was in Juru.
I saw like your oldest video was really to blog about your family and the kids going to school.
I mean, we all
that was 7 years ago.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I think the first video was us at this Huana Kak there, like in the playground, just the kids. You know, just think. Actually, I started the YouTube channel just because. Not for views, but mostly to record my
your family
stuff.
Yeah. So I look back at some of my old video, like I did cooking with my niece, and and now they are in high school, and I'm like, wow, that's
great.
Time flies by really fast. Years from now, they will look back and they're like, oh, I did this.
Yep.
With
totally.
my uncle. How do you like being a YouTuber?
I think it's quite fun. If I want to do it, if I'm no longer enjoying it, I won't do it anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? At the moment, the channel has grown a bit.
Yes, congrats, you're near 7K subs.
6,000 plus.
Yes, well, by this time the video is out, you probably have 7K. You do more and more food stuff, is it? Is it something you are passionate about?
Yeah, you can see from my size, I'm very passionate about food.
Me too. To be honest, every Penang Lang is a foodie.
Pro and con, because when you make videos, then sometimes some people have different opinions about different places and stuff.
I tell people this is very subjective, so
yeah.
you don't come to us when it's not delicious, the service is not good. One thing I want to say is people complain about pisang goreng that is 1 ringgit. Like, hello, like it's 1 ringgit, what do you want? I think you have been promoting Penang food for so long.
Yes.
So I want to introduce you to a lot more audiences. So you audiences
Thank you so much. I've been a fan of your channel, so I've been watching you before I started this all this stuff and everything. I mean, like doing it more often. I do rely on your inputs and your. I have to learn, you know. I'm just when I first started making videos, I didn't even like speak. It takes a lot of practice and stuff
to be honest, that is the most difficult part.
Yes.
Because you have to be a good storyteller.
Correct.
What is the most challenging part? Like I would say, for me was the storytelling. I hate editing. I was the whole morning I was editing my Ayutthaya video. I was like, oh God.
I mean, I don't know if this is too much information, but I had hemorrhoids the other day, like for a week, and I couldn't sit down to do my editing out, and I was really thankful for that.
Oops. So
Yeah, I think nobody enjoys doing editing.
I do encourage you to subscribe to a lad and a dad, Aloysius channel. He really goes everywhere. I mean, basically we're sharing what we eat, right?
Correct.
My dad is from Butterworth side.
Okay.
My mom is Armenian Street.
Okay.
So I'm a true Penangites. For those who always say that we're half Penangites for the mainlander. And
Oh,
so
come on, the mainland is also part of Penang. We shouldn't
Thank you.
divide island and mainland people. That's
Thank you.
nonsense.
We are one of the luckiest people in the world. Like
Yes,
we live
yes.
in food paradise, basically food paradise. 24 hours food, different food
Yeah.
from different races. You went to Scotland.
Right.
I went to Germany.
Oh, wow.
So those who has not lived overseas, you don't know what you are taken granted for.
Yeah.
Which is our food.
Yeah.
This is where I grew up, and I remember the cinema here.
Yeah, there were two, right?
Yes, I remember the
The
cinema
Odeon?
here where I watched Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast right
Oh,
there.
okay.
So we're at Penang Road, and we're going to this. I don't know why I picked this cafe. I didn't really do much.
I'm really happy you picked this one because
Why?
I've never been here.
Okay.
But I actually, I think there's people have been giving quite good. I've been reading some good comments. Lah.
Right. People think I'm very particularly on food, but I practically eat everything.
Right.
I'm never very choosy. How do you handle people now when they recognize you on the street? Like, how do you handle fame nowadays?
Okay, to be
Finally.
honest, most of my viewers are retirees like me, like above 55 and above.
You're 55?
I'm 55. Yeah,
Wow.
I'll be 55. I'm 54 lah this year.
Right. Cool.
So mostly uncles and aunties.
Well,
They will say-
I think your fan base is here.
You might meet someone who knows.
So here we are, and we're gonna find. So here we are. We're gonna find a seat,
Okay.
and we're
Awesome.
gonna continue the interview from there.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
I think this is good, and we can sit facing here.
Okay. Yeah, we face here, so the light's better.
Yes, yes. No, also the background. The background is a
Chicken pie.
chicken pie.
Okay. Hey, video姐sao? Cái xe.喂 friend 嚟，
這係豆嘅
呢本是
豆嘅
YouTuber
boss 來逛逛你的 restaurant. That's the boss of Lighthouse.
This is Lighthouse Bakery. That one's Lighthouse
Oh,
Cafe.
busy. It's peak time now. It's Sunday.
Yeah,
Luckily,
yeah.
you checked the time. I didn't know they closed
I
midday.
also this morning I was just looking at the map and then I noticed the time. I quickly inform you. That's why.
Okay.
Hey, hi everyone. This is CK from CKology. We are collaborating today. We just met. First time in meeting, but we've been chit chatting. For
How long,
For a while. It's actually quite an inspiring guy for me as a YouTuber.
Do you prepare a script when you?
Never.
No.
No.
I cannot. I have to have a script. I practice. I
Oh.
rehearse. Like today, I have to have topic to discuss with him because I'm very easily distracted. That's why I said you are a very good storyteller just now. You can just say whatever you.
Maybe I'm
think.
very lost or I think I should learn some stuff from that. Maybe I should do some scripts as well.
I'm so glad this has been planned for so long. You know, I don't live in Penang, so I really have to plan for this. Luckily, I flew back because there's an earthquake in Bangkok, and then everybody called me and say, "Are you okay?" and all that. So I was like, "Oh, I'm so blessed I didn't have to
Correct.
go through that."
Yeah lah, yeah.
Have you been to an earthquake? Through an earthquake?
No. Oh, the only one I really felt was the tsunami. Remember the Indonesian tsunami?
I wasn't here. I wasn't in Penang.
Yeah, so we were actually in my apartment. I was only on the second floor, right? The second floor, and then I felt a little bit dizzy in the morning when the quake started. And then what really triggered me was I had a fish aquarium, and then you could see the water swishing. So I knew that something is wrong. So we just ran downstairs.
Well, at least it's not an infinity pool.
Yeah, I saw the video.
Yeah.
That was horrible, right?
Oh my gosh.
So scary.
Yeah, no. So lucky we are. We're from Penang and we don't have natural disaster.
Yeah.
And we have plenty of really, really great foods.
Yes.
And what do you think is the unique thing about Penang food?
I think you can't really find authentic Penang food elsewhere. I think Penang Char Kway Teow is one of the unique dishes we have here. Even wonton mee is here also is a bit, you know, in the south, it could be sweet, they put tomato sauce and stuff, or sambal. Here is mostly black sauce, a bit more Hong Kong style. But when you grow up in a certain area, we have lived other places, right? And then you always go back and food brings back very nostalgic memories.
I feel like it's all about the spices. Like rosemary is not the same as garlic. You know, in Europe they have rosemary and they have basil.
Yes.
But it's not the same as nutmeg and garlic. It's all about the spices. And that's why the European has been trying to control the spice trade for such a long time. It's all about the spices. And that's what makes this region so rich, because of the spices that we have. And the spices those days were worth more than gold.
Yeah. So things like black pepper, they were here, and you know, it was so important for them.
Yeah. And that's why they were here, and that's why this area grew to become the trade hub spot. For food alone, right? And also like drinks like tea. Are you Hokkien?
My Hokkien, my dad is Hakka, but I only speak Hokkien.
Yeah.
Dialects, I only speak Hokkien.
I'm going to test your knowledge on Hokkien. This New Zealand researcher, they made a report saying that Penang Hokkien will disappear in 40 years. Like my niece and nephew does not speak Penang Hokkien.
Right.
And they say it's going to disappear in 40 years of time. But your kids speaks Hokkien. So we're going to talk about Penang Hokkien, which is a language that is very, very unique in itself. I've done some research. These words are found nowhere else outside of Penang or not Malaysia. So what do you call traffic lights?
Ang Che Hui.
Yes. So ang is red, che is green. So that's very obvious, but hui is light. Because those days we don't have electricity, so we just burn candles, so we call fire light at the same. And that is only used in Penang.
Oh, okay. Oh, probably that's why Penang people they don't really stop during yellow light, because it's ang che, no ui, ang ui che.
What is the Hokkien word for helping people, like help?
Pang lang.
Tao ka chiu.
Tao ka chiu. Yeah.
That is also only in Penang.
Ka chiu.
Yes, because you need hands and feet to action to help people. How do you say sulking merajuk? How do you say that? Like sulking, you merajuk, you're like, oh husband, I want this. Like, how do you say that in Hokkien?
Oh, this one chim.
No lah, when I say it, you will know what. Start with O.
Must ask my wife better. No, I'm merajuk, then you always scold me.
Your kids will merajuk, right? Don't be so or what? Yes. So olo is also only in Penang. And also, Penang Hokkien retain a lot of words from the old Chinese text. How do you say you in Penang Hokkien?
Lu.
Yes. So it comes from the Mandarin word ru, which is how the old Chinese text refers to you. It's a word ru. And then we came to lu la. The other one is, how do you say porridge in Penang Hokkien?
Moi.
Yes. Moi is also an old Chinese porridge word for moi, for porridge. Yeah.
Oh.
How do you say chopstick in Penang Hokkien?
Tu.
Yes. Tu is also a Mandarin word, but it's used in the old Chinese text. Tu.
Okay.
How do you say water plants, watering the plant? Yes. So the word is also water for old Chinese text.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of the Penang Hokkien are borrowed from, Malay, English.
Yeah.
Do you know the word saman? Like when we...
Saman, yeah.
Saman, where does it come from? Saman, the car.
Malay saman also.
Yes. Where does it come from? Saman.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. English is summon.
Summon,
yeah. So it comes from summon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So bahasa borrowed from there and then we borrowed.
Also, yes. Okay. Money.
Louis.
Yeah. It's from...
Duit.
Yeah, it's from doing. How do you say nurse in Penang Hokkien? A nurse.
Missy.
Yes.
Missy.
Which comes from...
English.
Which is?
Miss.
Yes. It comes from when the old days, you only use English in hospital, so we call Miss. How do you say male nurse leh?
Male nurse ah. Tapo means
Yeah.
really ah?
Yes.
Oh serious ah?
Yes, you just say tapo BC. Because in the old days, they don't have tapo BC ma.
Oh yeah
So
lah,
you
that's
just
true.
add tapo. We use bansan. We don't use pasak here in
Ah,
Penang.
yeah.
We use bansan.
Bansan.
Where do you think it comes from?
Bansan.
Bansan. B starts with B. So where do you think it comes from?
Bazaar.
Yes. So it comes
Bazaar.
from bazaar. So
Oh.
Penang people just like, you know, on their own slang, they call it
Hokkien
bansan.
is it?
What do you call logo in Hokkien?
Logo.
Logo. Something to do with head.
What?
Bak tao.
Bak tao.
Yes, bak tao.
Ah.
Bak tao also comes from an English word.
Oh.
This is a bit far-fetched lah, but it comes from mark. Marking.
Mark.
Mark. So people just say, oh, mark tao, and then bak tao becomes
Oh,
bak tao.
okay,
like that.
okay.
Yeah. Have you learned a lot?
Yes, I'm learning a lot. I'm actually, this is like a tuition class for me now.
Okay, the last one, I promise you, the last one, don't stress. The last one, how do you say 10 cent in Penang Hokkien?
What?
Yes,
Chipuat.
chipuat.
Ah.
We say chipuat, no puat, sa puat here. So what do you think the word puat comes from? Puat. It doesn't come from Malay. It doesn't come from English. What else do you think is very influential here in Penang?
Must be Thai.
Yes.
Is it Thai?
Yes, it's Thai.
Oh.
So it comes from baht.
Baht.
Baht. Because those days,
Okay.
those days, chipuat equals to 10 baht.
Yes.
So they say 1 baht here in Penang is 10 baht. So they use
Baht.
puat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
So-
interesting.
Okay, we stay on the topic of Penang. Now, I know that Penang Lang has a very bad rap when outside of like other Malaysian when they look at us.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you some of the stereotype of Penang Lang, and do you agree with what people say with stereotypical Penang Lang? Okay, first driving skill. We do not put signal. We overcut people. We bully people on the street by pressing ourselves right in the front when we want to turn out.
Yeah.
We don't. We do a lot of bullying things when we drive. Is that true? drive?
Generally, yes. It's
Really?
true. Yeah.
You do that?
Okay, let me justify some of the things. For example, I had some experiences like, you know, when you want to change lanes and then you put the indicator to
Yes.
turn.
Yes.
When there's an empty space you want to turn, right? The moment you put the indicator, the person in the other lane will accelerate and block your.
You do that, Aloysius.
No lah, not always lah, but of course we try to be courteous and everything and try to show a better example.
We really have a very bad reputation on this.
Yeah, I agree.
And they say if you can drive in Penang, you can drive anywhere in Malaysia. First of all, you have to understand, this is a very tiny state. And moreover here in the island, it's very narrow streets. And the parking space are very, very competitive, right?
Correct.
Where did you park just now?
Lorong Menteri.
Along Moon Tree. You find parking quite easy.
Not really lah.
Not
just
really.
Halfway through between here and there.
Yeah, well, see, it's very competitive here. People are fighting for spaces, and that's why we are aggressive.
Because I mean, going back to what you said about the parking space and everything, I think sometimes when people are looking for the parking space, they tend to slow down a lot. You know what I mean? They don't care who's behind. They just go at 20 kilometers per hour, and then they're looking.
Second one people say about Penang people is we're very snobbish. First of all, we don't visit other states, and
Enjoy the outdoors. So I like states like going to Kedah or Perak, and you know, I really enjoy the.
yeah. So not true. I do feel our food is more. Hor Fun!
Oh, food!
Wow.
Food arriving.
Look at the Hor Fun.
Wow, that looks really good.
Exactly what I was going to say.
Come.
Exactly what I was going to say. Our food is actually more superior than other state lah.
For us who have lived here and we've grown up here with this kind of food all our life, it's the best.
So, with that say, we are at the Lighthouse
and bakery.
Cafe. There's a bakery. And they are famous for their
Hor Fun.
Hor Fun here. That's why I see everybody is ordering the Hor Fun, and every table is packed. What else do you think people stereotype about Penang Lang?
Sometimes in social media it gets a bit ugly. The snobbish part, I do think sometimes people here are a bit narrow-minded in that sense. Where, you know, when you have a lot of tourists coming in, then they say, oh, don't come to Penang. I've encountered a lot of comments, people saying like, hey, don't come to Penang. Our streets are already very
packed.
So many packed and so many traffic jams. You have to understand, Penang relies a lot on tourism because it's a tourist attraction. We just have to find out a better way to handle our traffic situation and better infrastructure to help it.
What do you say to people when they say Penang food is overrated?
I spoke some people from Johor or something, they have come here. They said, hey, why Penang, the noodle all different one. I understand also because when I go to JB or Singapore and then for example, if I eat the wonton mee, then I'm just not used to having the one with the tomato sauce.
Yeah.
So that was strange to me. I've said before, like Singapore chicken rice is superior to Penang chicken rice.
Really? Okay. Okay.
I've gotten in trouble. I had a whole video on Singapore chicken rice and then people started scolding me. But hey, it's a matter of taste I guess. Everybody grew up with a certain, their favorite foods and stuff and favorite vendors and hawkers. I guess it's just individual
Taste.
Yeah.
I haven't had Char Hor Fun in a very long time, to be honest.
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
Kuna, you want to have some of this?
Oh, they have the 猪油炸. Oh my god.
I think that's what makes it really tasty.
Yeah. We have to do this. This is our money shot. Your viewers like to see you eat, right? Like my viewers say, oh my god, when I see you eat, it's like...
Okay, I love to see you eat.
You can watch live now. You can watch live now. People ask me, do I fake it? And I said no. I said because every place I go, I really research gao gao.
Yeah.
I call up my local friend in Malacca, Kuantan. I say, hey, this is legit or not? Before I even go.
Right.
Because people will come after me if it's not good. How's the gravy?
Wow, very good. I think the noodles are good wok hei.
No, seriously, every table is ordering this. And the pizza is good.
Very nice. Very nice. The gravy also, some places the gravy too thick, this one is just nice.
What would you say is like the basic must-eat for people who has never been to Penang?
Okay, I think, of course, char kway teow.
Where? Which one?
My personal favorite, Jin Cafe.
Oh, yeah, I heard of it.
The uncle.
Why is it good? The uncle.
First of all, it's 6 ringgit. It's really value for money. Typical kiam siap Penang lah. Another stereotype, kiam siap. But it's really good. It's really good. And for me, a good char kway teow is when they fry it, and the noodles are actually quite intact. A lot of char kway teow places, they kind of over fry it. It becomes like the noodles become short. And it still has a lot of wok hei. And of course, the balance of the soya sauce and all the...
I honestly don't know anybody who doesn't like char kway teow.
Right. Second, because of my kids, wonton mee.
Wonton mee, yeah.
One is Maria.
I heard.
On Burma Road.
On Burma Road, yes, I know.
The other one we like, it's only open Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Aga Road, right?
Aga Road, yes.
Chiming, right?
Yes, Chiming lor.
That's the one. But now only open 3 days a week.
Because uncle handles all the wonton mee himself. He hired a worker to do it. He was not satisfied with the standard. So every single wonton mee he's on
cooking,
hand.
Yeah. Number 3, I think,
Nasi kandar?
Kari mee.
Kari mee. Which one?
Really, the white kari mee, I think hot bowl used to be really good but now it's getting a bit expensive and more. I think but the soup and the chili paste is still very good So just for taste alone The other one I like also is in Mount Erskine.
Monastery, yeah.
The
I
uncle.
went there. I blocked. You blocked also before.
And I felt that the chair broke when I was eating.
What are the future plans you have for your channel?
People who have been recently following my channel, this is one of the hazards of being a foodie. Because I was diagnosed with quite bad diabetes just about a couple, about 1 month plus ago.
How are you doing?
I'm doing quite well now actually. Can you even see I'm wearing a continuous glucose monitor, so I'm monitoring my glucose all the time now. So I'm actually I've been doing a lot of videos about food, but now I want to also include the health aspect of, how to eat healthy if you go out eating out healthily, or maybe not so healthy, but of course to make better choices, help people to make better choices in terms of blood sugar response and stuff like that.
Eating the right food is important.
Okay.
It's not Penang food that makes you look fat or unhealthy, but just having the right portion and exercising is very, very important. So we hope you are on your way to recovery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's good advice about exercise. You see my earlier videos also. Actually, I used to go riding a lot, some hiking videos there, and then I stopped totally for about, I think, more than a year. And then that was when my trouble started, I guess. Diabetes is not something which happens overnight. It's like a chronic kind of, it's a lifestyle.
I've never been on a diet. Believe me, diet doesn't work. It's just self-discipline not to overdo things. That's all.
I guess you just have to tweak certain things. If you know something is not good for you, then just eat less of it. You know what I mean? Some slight changes that will do you a lot of good.
Eating is very soothing, but you eat because you want a nutritious. You need the nutrients.
Yes.
Yeah, and sport can be also very soothing.
Yes.
To relax you, to de-stress you. Okay. So thank you, Aloysius, for meeting me. Finally.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, I felt so alone. I told my viewers I've talked to so many YouTubers.
Right.
But you cannot get the same vibe as when you talk with girl.
Right.
We have so much in common that we can just jump straight into our conversation. I hope you keep doing your videos showing Penang. You can show more places where people exercise, have fun here in Penang. We're not just about food. We are mainly food, but this
travel as
this is a blessed state. We have beautiful coastline, wetlands, as we mentioned, national park, the water park. We have the water park.
Yes.
We have butterfly farm.
Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully you come and visit Penang and tell us in the comments below. How do you find Penang, and of course subscribe to Aladdin and Dad from Aloysius.
Thank you. Yeah. And also my viewers, check out CK's channel. He's really fun, and it's not just centered in Penang, but all over Malaysia and even like other countries, Thailand, Singapore, Vietnam. So do check it out. I think you'll be very entertained.
Thank you, Aloysius. Bye bye.
Okay, guys, see you again next time. Bye bye.